Hallo, willkommen in Cambridge. Ich bin Fabio De Masi, Abgeordneter im Europäischen Parlament und werde heute für die Linke Ha-Joon Chang treffen. Er ist Ökonom und Bestsellerautor an der University of Cambridge und wurde vom Prospect Magazin 2013 zu einem der einflussreichsten Denker der Welt gekürt. Und ich will mich heute mit ihm hier über die Krise in der Europäischen Union, über das Freihandelsabkommen TTIP und viele andere Themen mehr unterhalten. Und ich freue mich jetzt gleich auf das Gespräch mit ihm. When I talk to other members of the European Parliament and indeed even bankers, they would tell me we have regulated enough now in the financial sector. Indeed, banks would be over-regulated, and this is why they would not lend out to enterprises to invest and create jobs. And they also argue that if we tend to regulate more, banks would basically move to the shadow banking sector. Would you agree?
Well, I don't agree that, if you say something is over-regulated, I mean, you first have to make it clear, over-regulated from what point of view? So, yes, I mean, the bankers might say we are over-regulated, but what they see as over-regulation may be actually under-regulation seen from the point of view of the other people, So I think that we have to be very careful in accepting that rhetoric. We have seen how this the under-regulation can ruin, the world literally. The 2008 financial crisis was basically caused by, the excessive deregulation, and we know what it has meant. 7 years of stagnation in living standard for almost everyone, and the destruction of many industries, and the huge the asset bubbles. We don't want to repeat the mistake, and let's see how we can make the financial sector safer for the rest of the economy.
What is your take on these issues, particularly on the role of China, and is really China preventing us from doing our job?
Yes, well, I think it's quite misleading to blame China for the economic trouble in the rich countries. First of all, we have to remember that the Chinese economy, of course, it has grown very fast, become very important, but it's still only about 13% of the world economy. The United States is 22.5%. The Eurozone is 17%. Japan is 7%. And if you add non-Eurozone European countries like Britain and so on, basically the rich world account for nearly 60% of the world economy. And you cannot say that this 13% is really holding back 60%. That is logically impossible. So that the rich countries should stop blaming China for the trouble and really reflect on what they have done. Because as I said earlier, basically, living standard has been stagnant or even gone backward in most rich countries. Germany is the country that has recovered the best, but even in the case of Germany, basically since the last peak in 2007, the economy has grown at 0.8% per year in per capita terms. Japan, during its the infamous two lost decades of economic stagnation grew at 1% per year. So the best performer, Germany, today has been doing worse than when everyone thought the Japanese economy was the worst economy in the world. So the problem is in the rich countries themselves, not in China. Basically, these countries have to realize that they try to revive the economy basically by pumping in liquidity into the financial sector. Nothing was done to the real economy, and when you do not make real investment, you do not raise productivity and just inject liquidity into the financial system, what do you get? Asset bubbles. Yeah? I mean, unfortunately, it might, take another recession, maybe another two recessions to make these countries accept it, because too many of these countries are basically, controlled by financial interests.
Ha-Joon, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Hope to see you soon again.
Well, thank you for having me.